friends. Welcome to Coding Garden with CJ. Welcome to an early morning stream. It's been a while. I actually woke up today. I'm ready to write some code. Sadly, I have a work meeting in about an hour and a half, so we're gonna code. We're gonna code as fast as we can with all the JavaScript that we can. And yes, the chat is very big. Look at all your smiling faces. Look at you. But yeah, we're gonna build a real-time stock ticker today. If you've tuned into past episodes, we did build one, but it wasn't that great. GME stocks.surge.sh. And it's kind of broken because it uses a Cores API. And Fob, thank you very much for that resub. I think I can go to like Cores Anywhere to get it working. Go here, I think. Is this a thing? Let's see. But hi everyone, thank you for those supports. We got quite a few in the hype train. And shout out to Yu-Gi-Oh who subbed while I was not streaming. Appreciate you. Shines Love with the 11-month resub. Oknot now with the 8-month resub. Un nuevo mi amigo CJ. What's up, Oknot now? And Dr. Danny with the 3-month resub. Who says hi? We got Klein with the 6-month resub. Thank you very much, Klein. Roger Voth with the 5-month resub, Dr. Day with 100 bits, Oknot now with 100 bits, Oknot now with that gifted sub, thank you very much, and Fob again with that prime sub. Yeah, so we can go to Cores Anywhere, click this button. Shot in the dark, thank you for that resub. Stocks! So this is kind of, what do you call it? This site will work. I'll show you. Give me a second. I'll show you the site we built before. Okay, so this should work now. It at least should show us the, let's see. Cores Anywhere API is being really slow. Maybe there's an issue with Cores. This is why we need to build a new one. Let's see. Yeah, public demo server will be very limited. Yeah, which is fine. We could have set up our own core server. Doesn't matter. This site's broken, and basically the way that we built this site before is we were polling the Yahoo Finance API. So they have an endpoint that gives you, oh, look, it popped up. So they have an endpoint that gives you back like today's historical data, and then they give you the real-time price. But we basically have to call that endpoint every 10 seconds to get the data. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. So what we're going to do today is we're going to attempt to tap into the WebSocket interface that Yahoo Finance provides. And in doing so, we should get real-time prices. And Sensei, thank you for that resub. If you haven't checked my DM on Discord, it has been a month and a half. Thanks for the reminder. I'll check it afterwards. I've been kind of busy. Alka, how's it going? I feel like it's been a while. Hope you're doing okay, friend. Cool, but we're gonna tap into this, and we're gonna get that real-time price just like that, and we're gonna make it look like the New York Stock Exchange thing. It's just gonna be scrolling at the bottom of the screen, and we'll make it a public overlay so that if anybody else wants to put some stonks on their stream, they can do that as well. So that's the plan today. And I think we're just gonna get right into it. Let's do 2 minutes of hellos. If you'd like me to notice you, just say hi. I'll say hi right back. And we'll get started. What's up, Kuzi? Welcome to the show. Stonks, yeah, what's up, SciTown? Check out SciTown. Tyon? I don't know how to say it, sorry. Ratty, how's it going? Hello, Fob, and SBW, and MQ, and Nerdlove, and Asan, and Player, and Limotes, and Eric, and Hyan, and Luxurs, and Murtak. How long have I been coding? Long time? A long time. Too long. Dimitri, how's it going? What's up, Alka? Yeah, a couple streams ago, which was like a month and a half ago. I haven't streamed that much. How's it going, Sequel Quartster? Just chilling. And TD Racing, and Sivasan, and Salma, and Pixel Mixer, and Akash, and Kapur, and Almang, and GK Beat, and KK Kian, and Maven from Australia, very good. Shot in the Dark, how's it going? What's up, Chuck, and Jerben, and Gabriel, and Absolutely, and Prasad. Oh, you're welcome for the stream. Thank you for being here. What's up, ACs? And it's Ahima. Amia. Amia, how's it going? The Shadow Lad, hello. What's up, Pratik? I'm doing pretty good. And Zeep Gamer and Kerm, good to see you too. What's up, Superfast? And Blank, and it's Kyle and Sammy and Frosty and Pedrox. I'm doing good. I actually got some rest. I mentioned I tried to go to sleep early enough so that I could wake up early enough to actually stream. I'm going to try to stream more regularly. That's not a promise. You may not see me for another 2 weeks, but I'm going to try. And Delano, how's it going? What's up, Random Tim, and King Coding, and Omkar, and Michal, and Cookify, and Ingy Berman. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Ingy Berman. We'll try to sing happy birthday. What's up, Sahal, and LHTT Pacheco, and Mr. Vistro, and Sid, and Water, and Klein, and Abraham, and Imad, and Saltiome, and Tig, and Obak. The whole gang's here. Welcome, everyone. What's up, Pedro? And Dev. That's it. That's 2 minutes. And Finn, and Fana, and Summon, and Devim. Welcome, everyone. And Colonist. Is my ukulele even down here? It is. We're gonna pause to sing happy birthday, because Ingy Berman is a friend of the stream. And what's up, Lou? Birthday song. I know the feeling, Alka, same thing. I mean, for me, it's a process, because I have so much stuff that I have to run, like servers that are running the overlays and stuff like that. And I gotta style my mustache. What else do I have to do? I have to lint roll my t-shirt. I have to tweet. There's a process to starting a stream. So yeah, let's tune my ukulele. I think I've streamed without styling my mustache before, but my face was so fuzzy, you probably couldn't tell. I mean, it's not a bad idea, Fob. The process is mostly automated, but it's just manual enough that it's annoying. Okay, I need to clip my nails, so the ukulele's gonna be a little choppy. How's this? Yes, great. Let's get a little bit of reverb. How's that? Check. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Ingy Berman. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. All right, let's write some code. Fun way to start the stream. Now for some background. Okay, so like I mentioned, Yahoo Finance has this WebSockets API. Now it's not publicly documented. However, I searched. So let me show you my process for figuring out how I figured this out. So if you go to the Yahoo Finance website, you're Ingy Berman. I appreciate you. You've been here a long time, but you can see that this website is like constantly showing the latest stock price, constantly, right? And that's happening through WebSockets. So if you open up the network tab, I believe, so I'm using Firefox. If you're using Chrome, it's very similar. There's this WS filter. So this filters for WebSocket traffic. And if you open the DevTools after you've already gone to the page, you're not going to see anything. But if you refresh the page, you'll see any sort of WebSocket connections. And there it is. So, and if you click on it, you can see all of the messages coming back and forth, right? And these are actually encoded using protobuf, which I eventually figured out. But regardless, it shows us that it's connecting to this endpoint. And so I tried to do a little bit of reconnaissance to figure out, first of all, like, what even is this format? How am I going to decode it? But the easiest thing that I found was I just took this URL, plugged it into a GitHub search, and I found some people that have already figured this out for me. So Kayuan Kam created this GitHub repo called Yahoo Live Ticker. And the code is actually extremely simple because they're using this protobuf library, which is able to decode those messages. But it's really simple. You create a WebSocket connection there, open it up, you specify which tickers you want to subscribe to, and then you get a WebSocket message when there is a new message. Yeah, protobuf is a interesting thing. I believe it came out of Google. It's a way of encoding data. It's small. It's smaller than if it were just like raw JSON data. But this is basically what we need to do. We're going to connect to their API, get the real-time price, and then put it on a page that just scrolls across the bottom of the screen. That's it. Yeah, I'll link to this repo right now. And I'm thinking we can get this working just directly in the web browser. If not, we'll potentially have to do this on a backend and then emit our own WebSocket message. But I believe that the Yahoo API, the WebSocket API supports cores. Okay. Trying to think, like, should we vote? Should we? Okay, we'll do a vote. It's usually a bit of a democracy here. What should we build this thing with? It's always a battle. Should we use React, Vue, or Vanilla? These are your choices. You have 1 minute to vote. 1 minute to vote. Go. Yeah, the videos get posted on YouTube, but it's been a while since I uploaded one. But all Twitch streams get uploaded as VODs eventually. Yeah, so if you want to vote, in the chat, click this thing, click your choice, and then click vote. Or in the chat, you can do //vote, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, or 3. It is not 0-based index. This is 1, 2, or 3, and then that will decide your vote. Do I recommend Marcus? I'm not sure what that is. We always choose React, and then he does you. No, I'll honor your vote today. I will honor your vote. Whatever it is. A lot of people are saying vanilla. Just know that if we use React, it's going to require more code. It's going to be a little bit of, my chair. Yeah. What about it? This is an IKEA Marcus. They don't make this color anymore, though. If you check out the frequently asked questions, I think I link to or talk about what my chair is. Control F for chair. Yeah. What chair do you use? It is the IKEA Marcus. But I got this one from work, and they got it a long time ago, which is why it's green. Hey, React won by a very large margin, right? Even if you combine the other two, React still won. So let's go. Let's take a quick stretch. And actually, I mean, this chair is very comfortable. Comfortable. Good luck, John, on that midterm. You'll do your best. You will do your best. You know what you know. You're gonna do great. Yeah, they still make it. They just don't make it green anymore. Yeah. So React 1. Let's make a React app. Let's see. So I'm gonna install create React app globally. npm I-G. That's how that works. Create React app. Mainly just so I have the latest version, because I think I have it installed already. Integration and approximations. Well, good luck, John. Okay, so we have this installed globally. Now we can do create React app, and we're going to call this stonk ticker. Here we go. We could have used npx. I just get paranoid because I already have create React app installed globally, and I believe if you use npx, it's just going to use the version you have installed instead of using the latest. So that's why I installed it. But technically, you could do npx create React app. And hey, DevTurp, thank you for that 7-month resub. It says love your content. I appreciate you. Why don't I use Ubuntu? Because I use a Mac. It works just fine for me. Well, actually, no, that was installing the global. That was the actual. Oh, they used Yarn. So I have Yarn installed globally, and then it uses Yarn by default. It doesn't matter. We'll go with it. So this generates our React app. Let's open up VS Code. I forgot to use the TypeScript template. No, I only have like an hour to code this thing. If we were using TypeScript, we would spend 1 hour or more just on types. and we're not trying to do that today. Okay, so first step is to just rip out everything. It has this report web vitals by default now, which is pretty interesting, but we don't need it, so we're gonna pull that out. We've got our React render to the root element, which is great. Let's just delete this web vitals thing. We don't have tests. Here's the thing. The main reason we use create React app is because it has these React scripts, and it automatically, it has Webpack. It takes care of all the configs and everything. Even though I'm deleting all of the boilerplate, there's still a lot behind the scenes. I'm going to get rid of these tests. I'm going to get rid of this app CSS. And here we just have app.js. Get rid of the logo. We're going to have a very simple component that just says stonks. No, not stonks. Stonks. That's a whole different thing. Okay, so very basic component says stonks. Let's start it up. And we're using yarn. Yarn serve. Yarn start. Yeah, I'm going to add this skip pre-flight check. So I have ESLint installed globally. I believe that's what it's complaining about. Yeah, I have ESLint installed globally, and it doesn't like that, but I'm okay with that because I use it in other things. So to prevent that error in our start script, we just tell it, don't do the pre-flight check. Here we go. What's this strict mode thing? The React strict mode? Is that what you're asking about? Here. Oh, I believe it just provides, like, it's more strict. So there are certain things you might do that are okay but not preferable, and the React DevTools would yell at you, or like the error messages would yell at you, and this just prevents you from doing those things. Cool. Oh yeah, we don't have app CSS anymore, so let's get rid of that. And let's just restart the build tool because it doesn't know anymore. Yeah, so we talked about this. We built the GME thingy, but it didn't work. Stonks. Okay, great. We have a React app. Now let's try to connect to the Yahoo Finance API. And so this is Project Yahoo Live Ticker. They don't have like an NPM package or anything like that. We're just going to try to replicate what they did. So they have isomorphic WebSocket, which we actually don't need because we're on the front end. Here's what I'm going to do, though. I'm just going to copy this code right here. I'm going to copy this code and see if it works. Because the main thing we need from this repo is their proto file, which helps us decode the data. But if this works, if just connecting to the WebSocket API works, we're home free. So, I mean, technically, I could just put the code right here to test it. This is going to run once when the app loads, but let's do it a little bit right. We're going to bring in use effect from React, and then we'll have like a little component did mount thing. So when this app component mounts, we're going to run this code here, so that way it only runs once. Specify an empty dependency array, so that way it only runs once. And then we put our codes here. Though we don't want this, we're just going to log the incoming data. Cool. So when the app starts up, connect to Yahoo Finance. We're going to subscribe to GME. And hopefully we get some random data in the console. Let's see. It's working. That's a beautiful thing. So if we do, let's call this message. And then if you do message.data, you're going to see that weird protobuf string. Yeah, like that. But now we can bring in the that protobuf library to try and decode it. Stonks. Okay, so we need protobuf.js, which is going to let us decode it. We're going to just npm install that. It's github.com/thispersonsname/Yahoo Live Ticker. Because it's, I mean, when you connect to this web page, which anyone in the world can, for the most part, that connects to their WebSocket endpoint. So we're not making requests to it. It's just sending us data. So there isn't really any rate limiting because it just sends us data when it has data. I guess it can decide not to send us data. That's a form of rate limiting. Okay, so we installed protobuf. That's great. Now we need this proto file, because the way protobuf works is you have like a file that describes how to decode the data. And here it is. Here it is. So I'm just going to copy and paste this into a local file called ypricingdata.proto. I'm going to put it in the public folder because it doesn't need to be bundled, or it doesn't need to be built by Webpack or anything like that. So I'm going to put it in the public folder so that way it just shows up statically. ypricingdata.proto. Throw that in there. We could install an extension to syntax highlight this, but I think we're fine. Did I call it the right thing? I'm sure I can call it whatever I want, but well, cool. All right, so we have that. That's great. And then now we can see how they do the decoding. So they create an instance of a protobuf decoder, get access to the root lookup type, and then they use it down here. Do we have buffers in the web browser? We might need to install a buffer polyfill, but let's see. So over here, we'll do the business right here, and then I was just gonna mention I don't have ESLint set up here. I don't think it needs to be in the app folder because this is gonna make a request to the public directory. Well, we'll see. If it doesn't work, then it might need to be in the app folder. But public makes sense to me because it's kind of running outside of the context of React. So let's import protobuf from protobuf. Okay. Create the root lookup type, and then, I mean, I'm actually curious, do we have buffer? Is that a thing? Yeah, I don't think we have buffer, so we might need to install a buffer polyfill. Let's look that up. Array buffer? You think it'll work this? It might work the same way. Let's try it. So when a message comes in, we pass that data into a buffer, say that it's base64, decode it, and we should get back some good stuff. Should just be, this should work. It should be relative to the root. Okay. This. And so this is going to be message.data. Buffer doesn't exist. We're going to try array buffer. Let's see. Let's see. Hard refresh. We need to restart the app. Hello, Xbot. Welcome to the show. Okay. Not supported. Let's look at the protobuf library, because I may need to just load the file in as a string. Let's see if we can do that. First try. Is there a nodemon for? Oh, it already does that. There's the Webpack live server or dev server. No, we got protobuf.js, didn't we? Yeah. So we're using protobuf.js. I'm gonna look at their docs to see how we can load a proto file. Let's see. Load. Load. Yeah, they're always passing in a file. What if we do, it does like .load return a promise? Oh, it takes a callback function. Okay, that's fine. So, load, I don't hate promises. Promises are great. Yeah, and so then we would get the error and the root. And then all of our codes can go in this callback. But we could promisify that if we really wanted to. Yeah, I really want to install ESLint here, but that's okay. So, try to load the file. If there's an error, let's log it. And then if it worked, we'll use it. All right, hard refresh. Illegal buffer. So I think we need so we got past that, which is good. I think now we need a buffer polyfill, because buffers are usually, well, things that kind of only exist in Node. Like Doc mentioned, we do have array buffer. If I do message.decode, that should accept a uint8 array. Message.decode, is that a part of array buffer? Let's look on MDN. It'd be nice to not have to install that buffer library. A polyfill is a way of using something that's not supported in your environment. So in our environment, we don't have access to buffer because we're in the web browser. So a polyfill would basically give us buffer that we can use, but it didn't come from the browser. It's a separate library. Hey, Ruben, thank you for that host. Message.decode? So exactly, like using fetch in Node. So in Node, we don't have fetch. It's not technically a polyfill there because it's just a library that you import, but it's a similar idea because in Node, you'd have to install node fetch and then you get access to fetch inside of Node. It's a similar thing in the browser. Let's search for array buffer. It's code someone created which simulates a native browser feature. Yes, thank you. And there's a lot of concepts behind that because not all web browsers support all things that you might want to use. This is a great website to check that. So if I search for array buffer here on Can I Use, it's supported in IE10. That's pretty crazy. But I don't think there is no just like buffer. But I think Doc is telling us that we could probably use array buffer for this. But this website tells you like what browsers support specific features, and if a browser doesn't support a feature, that's where you would need something like a polyfill. Like in this case, you could polyfill array buffer for IE9. Protobuf docs says I can use message decode. All right, let's look at their docs. Or switch browsers, yeah. But you might be building things for users that you can't exactly define, or you can't tell them what browser. I mean, you can tell them, but they may not listen to you in terms of what browser to use. Message.decode. Here we go. What is awesome? Oh. Okay. Decodes a buffer to a message instance. Wait, what? Where does awesome message? Oh, that's the lookup type. Okay. So let's try to use decode here. So this should just be ticker dot decode a uint8 array. So how can we get message.data into a uint8 array? That's what we need to do. Because message.data is just a base 64 string. Let's search for it. JavaScript. Base 64 string to uint8 array. Uint8 array from? Alka says. We can try it. And then we'd have to, okay. So let's say our buffer is uint8 array from some iterable. Let's say message.data. And then we'll pass in the buffer. Let's see. Let's see what we get. Oh, I think it worked. Maybe. No. Invalid wire type. Okay, I don't want to deal with this anymore. We're gonna. It's already in base 64. Oh, actually, would I need to decode it? No, we're just gonna install the buffer polyfill because that should work. A to B? Okay, I'm gonna try. ASCII to binary? Okay. A to B. Message.data. Here we go. First try. Let me close all these extra tabs really quick. Keep protobuf open. Might use that. Invalid wire type. Try B to A. The thing is, it's already in base 64. Whoa, okay. It's not working. So we thought it worked. It's not decoding it in the right way. We're gonna try it with buffer. And then that just gives access to capital B buffer, where we can do a new buffer with message.data and say that it's base 64. But to do that, we need to bring in buffer from this buffer library we just installed. Yeah, ticker. Cool. So that's installed. Start it back up. Here we go. Connected. How do I imported it in the wrong way. I maybe have to do import like default. Is buffer. Failed to compile. Unexpected keyword. Wait, what? That's not a thing, right? You know what? I can probably just require it in. Buffer is not a constructor. Do I have to do buffer.from? Import star as buffer from buffer? Probably. Yeah, that it did say that in the docs. The trailing slash is important. Let's do it. Oh, well, the way we can do this is we can destructure it like that. Ta-da! We did it! Okay, so if you look at this data, it's pretty great. We have the change percent, the day volume. We have what exchange it is. We have the stock it is. We have the size. I guess how long the market has been open. We've got the price. Beautiful. We're basically done at this point. Now all we got to do is put it on the page and put it in a marquee so it scrolls across the screen. All right. Let's clean this up a little bit though. I have an idea. Here's what we're gonna do. We are going to create our own custom hook. No, you know what? No, we're gonna code it all in the same component, and then if we have time, we'll refactor it. Because this is perfect for its own custom hook. We could create a React hook called use stonk, and you pass in the stonk ticker that you want, and you can use it in any React app if you wanted to. But we're gonna leave this all in the same file. It's totally fine. So now we need some state. So we have some state that is, I guess like the current. And then that's going to start off as null because we don't know what it is. And then, when we get the data right here, we'll say next is equal to this. And we'll do set current with next. That's going to allow us to do some comparison between like the next one and the current one to see if it went up or down or whatever. Current stonk. Let's call it stonk. Stonk. Set. Set stonk. Cool. And now we can actually show it in the UI. So stonk.price is what we want. And we're just gonna show it right here in a little h2. And we'll conditionally render it. So if stonk has a value, then that I think I can use null coalescing like that, can I? So if stonk has a value, we'll do stonk.price. Here we go. Is that a thing? That's not a thing. Can't access property price. Stonk is null. I did the wrong thing. There we go. Look at that. It's real time. I guess. I mean, I guess it's not changing that much. Yeah, it's real time. Look at that. Okay. Pablo says, I've read that it's important for React to call a hook use X because it applies some controls to it. What kind of controls and optimizations does React actually apply? It just makes sure that it adheres to, I don't know all the specifics, but one of the main things about React hooks is that they must always be called in the exact same order. And they should not be conditional. So you shouldn't have one render that calls an effect and another render that doesn't. And so I believe by putting the word use on here, the React engine knows to like throw an error or show you some warnings if you're not doing it right. Oh yeah. We gotta, but it's working. We're showing the price on the page, but for sure we need to format it. Let's create a little price formatter. Price comes in as a number, and then we'll just say price to fixed, and we'll throw a $sign on front of it. Well, $2. Take the value of that expression, put a $sign in front of it, and then we can use format price in our render function. Like, it should auto refresh. I don't know why it's not auto refreshing. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, 2 decimals. I just said 2 fixed. I want to pass in 2 here, which will do two decimal places. Why are there so many decimal places? I don't know. They trading stocks with like half pennies and stuff like that, I guess. Yeah. All right, great. We have a value. You know, I mean, really, honestly, all we have to do is put this in a marquee, which is like no longer a supported element. I think there's like a direction, right? Go left. We're basically done. It's really choppy though. We could use CSS animations for this. A marquee is an old HTML thing. It's technically not directly supported anymore, but you can still use it. Yeah, we're definitely gonna add some styles. Don't stock tickers usually go to 10 decimal places? I have no idea. Yeah, I will attempt to push the code before I go, so that way you all can do. Oh, we can do blink too. This is like the yeah. So we'll blink the stonk. Wait, why isn't that working? Yeah, I think I want to make. Here, now we'll work on the styles. I want to make it look like this, right? So we can find like a nice LED looking font. Let's go to Google Fonts, and then we'll make it look nice. We're not gonna blink it. Okay, let's get rid of the blink. Routers? I'm not familiar with router. Is that this one? Is this routers? The one in New York Times? Yeah, and if you want to learn more about the marquee element, check it out on MDN. It'll tell you that it's deprecated. Yeah, most browsers still support it, but you're not supposed to use it. And Potatis Gritzen, thank you very much for that sub. But it's a thing. The web used to be full of them. If you were alive or you remember the days of GeoCities, there were marquees everywhere. Yeah, thank you for that, Drills. That link will take you there. I should escape? Escape what? Okay. I want a pixel font. Or like an LED? LCD. Yeah, like this. Pick symbols. This is perfect. And this is the thing. But I want this font. Oh, it's on monotype. What about this one? Also on monotype. Well, the replacement would be to use like a CSS animation, which is what we'll probably do. Oh, yeah. You can use marquees in the chat. I totally missed that. There are certain things that you can do in the chat. Most of it is escaped though, but we allowed marquee because it's fun. Yeah, this will be open source. I'll put it on GitHub. And what's up, Coding Butter? How you doing? Does anyone know of a free web font that looks pixelated? Looks like an LCD? This could work. Pixel Matrix? No, that's on Font Bros. Pixelar? Nope. Hey, Andreas, it has been a while. Welcome. Oknot says, if there's a monotype, is there a stereotype? Well, let's make a web font. Well, not make one. Okay, I'm gonna go on Defont. So Defont has like lots of fonts. Some of them are free to use for non-commercial purposes, and I know for sure they have like LCD font, like this. This is a beautiful thing. Let's just go with DS Digital. Wait, okay, we have .gothic. Let's check it out. And Kuzi, thank you for the bits. GME to the moon. This is not quite pixely enough. I'm going to show you how to turn this. Here's a lesson within this. If you learned anything today, how you can turn a font into something that's supported on a website. So this will give us a TTF file, which is a true type font file. And some browsers support them, but typically you want to convert that so that it will work in the web browser. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to download this font file. Give me a second. And then there are some online web font generators, and we'll generate the font files, and then we'll be able to use them. But press start. I've used that before. That's more pixely than it is LCD, right? Right? Transfonter.org. Is that a font converter? Nice. We'll use that. There are lots of free ones out there. Yeah, see, so this is like pixel art. I want something like this. LCD looking. What is that water sound? My furnace. My furnace is right there, which is really, it's loud, but I also have noise reduction in my streaming software. Regardless, give me a second. I'm going to download this font file and we're going to convert it. Okay. Great. So I've downloaded the file. I've extracted it. We now have these. Let's see which one I want. So that one's a little more bold. That one's like italic. That's like italic bold. We'll go with the bold one. So what I can do, and happy Monday, Electrothermal, welcome to the show, is I can convert it with this thing. So I want all the types, so this font will work across all browsers. We will add a font. I mean, can I just do this? I guess not. DS Digital, DS Digi Bold. All right, convert. This should give us a zip file, and then we can preview it on a live page. Yeah, so this is gonna give us a nice little web font that we can use. This is gonna be great. So let's download my kit. I'm gonna put this in the public folder because these are just static font files that can be loaded. I'm gonna remove that download of the original font file. And then in the public folder, we're going to extract this transfonter thingy. So unzip that. Cool. So now we have all the DS Digital stuff. Let's remove that zip file. And if we look at their demo.html, they show us how to set it up. Or they should anyways. I don't know why I'm looking at this in the terminal. I could look at this in VS Code. Actually, did it overwrite my index.html? No, it didn't. Great. But if we look at demo, or no, it's in style sheets. Here we go. So this is the stuff that I need in my CSS. So I'm just going to grab this. I'm going to remove this file. And then in index.css, which is just a CSS file, it's like global CSS that's loaded in, we'll specify this. And because those font files are in the public folder, this path should be correct. It should be able to load them in. And then to use it, we can specify what font we want. Where is it? Here we go. Font family, DS Digital. So back in my CSS, let's just say the body, instead of having all of these font families, actually we'll default to DS Digital. And if we don't have it, we'll use the system font. McBelly Shelf, thank you for that 7-month resub. Appreciate you. But now, can't resolve dsdigital-bold.eot. I could believe it. So I don't want Webpack to try and load these font files. I'm just going to create a separate static CSS file in my public folder so I don't have to worry about Webpack loading or anything like that. So let's just call this font.css. That goes in here, and then in index.html, I'm going to load that in so that way it exists. Font.css. And so that way it just bypasses Webpack altogether. And look at that, we got a nice digital font. Let's increase the font size, and I think we're good to go. What does font display swap do? I have no idea. I've never seen that either. Where did we see that at? Was it in here? Cool. Yeah, I'm not sure. Coding seems so complex. It doesn't always have to be. We're using React right now, which makes things way more complicated than they really need to be, but, you know. All right, let's just increase the font size. Let's go to like 10 vmin. Big ol' stuff. Great. Yeah, it does use the default font until the font is loaded, but I think this is fine. 1030. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, let's just add some styles. So, we want this to be at the bottom of the page, so that way it's always it looks like a stock ticker, kind of just at the bottom. I guess we could put it at the top. How about we just center it on the page? So no matter how big your screen size is, it's just in the center. The text is always in the center. So let's just give this a class of stonk, or class name of stonk. And then in our CSS, we'll style it. So got our stonk here. Let's make the body have a width of 100 view width and a height of 100 view height, overflow of none. And then our root component, or our root element, will have a 100% width and height, so it should take up that whole area. If we set this background to black, the whole page should be black, and then we'll set the color to white for now. But we could make it customizable. There we go. And then we can make this a flexbox. So, and hello, Duvango, welcome to the show. That will allow us to center everything. So justify content, center, align items, center, should be fine. So yeah, now it's always in the middle of the page. We do want our stonk to have 100% width though, so that way it travels across the whole page. Like that. But now, no matter where this is, the text size is always like in the center. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to have a browser overlay where the overlay size is just this big, but it will work because no matter how I resize it, it'll be there. But we need to bump up this font size a whole lot more. 40. Yeah, a little less, 35. And then we should hide the overflow here too. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, actually, will this work though? I mean, yeah, because we're gonna have a browser overlay that's about that big, and that way the font increases or decreases based on the size of your overlay. And that way you can decide how. Because look, we could make a little one like that. Let's get rid of margin though, because things have margin, which is causing it to not be completely centered. Yeah, we're gonna add the name of the stonk too. I'm actually curious. What? Oh, okay. I mean, that's probably why. For the most part, it's centered. That's about as minimum as it can go. So that's fine. All right. I'm gonna pull this out into a new window because I want it to be tinier. Like that. Okay. Let's add the stock name, add a few styles, and then I think we're done. I think the other thing we can do is we can make it customizable, where you can pass in which stonk you want to follow. I don't think we're gonna use marquee. We're gonna try to find a CSS animation that we can use. Yeah, I guess we could do a reset on everything. Let's say everything has margin 0, padding 0, and box sizing of border box. I should get rid of any weird like spacing issues. Yeah, that does it. Cool. All right. Let's put the stock name in front of it. So this is just going to be stonk.id. I don't know why it's not auto-refreshing. Look at that. Beautiful. It's beautiful. We should set the color based on if it went up or down. We should also add a rocket or a poop emoji based on if it went up or down. Let's see what info we get in that object. Here we go. So we get the change. So I guess if it goes down, change should be negative, right? Right? Or is that percentage for the whole day? How does stonks work? Oh, so that's the change for the whole day, I think. So we're up 2% today. And then no, so it's the change percent for the whole day and then the amount of money it's changed for the whole day. We want the change since the last time we got the price. Yeah, the network tab does show WebSockets, but you do have to, there's a way to filter it. There's this little WS filter, and once you do that, you can see the WebSocket messages like this. Yeah, so that's up or down for the whole day. We want up or down for like right now. So let's keep track. I guess we'll have a state variable that just has direction. We kind of did something like this last time. And direction can be up, down, or nothing. The data source is Yahoo Finance. We're using their WebSockets API. Cool. So we have the stonk and we have next. So we'll say if stonk has a value, then we'll say set direction. So if stonk.price is less than next.price, then stocks go up. Otherwise, if it's greater than, if the stonk price is greater than the next price, Stonks go down. Yeah. Wait. Otherwise, yeah, so it's either up, down, or it stayed exactly the same. Actually, I guess we really only care about if it went up or down. Wait. If the price is less than the next price, triple ternary, if the price is less than the next price, it goes up. Otherwise, if it's greater than the next price, it goes down. And let's only set this if it has a value. So let's say next direction. Sounds like a boy band. New direction? And then if it went somewhere, we'll set that direction. Cool. Yeah, so so that way, if the price stayed the same, we're gonna keep showing whether it went up or down. Okay, now we can use it. So right here, if next direction is up, actually, let's do this. We'll do emojis at next direction. Cool, and then we can create a little emojis object. For nothing, it's nothing. And hey, Ruakbla, thank you for that Prime sub. Stocks go up, rocket emoji. Stocks go down, poop emoji. Cool, and so now we should have a nice little emoji. Next direction is not defined. We don't want that, we just want direction. Nothing should be diamond hands, hold. Wait, why did the marquee disappear just now? Actually, I think it's time to not use a marquee. We'll create our own custom styles here. And let's for debugging at least, let's decrease the font size. It's too big. Okay, so it loads, and then when we get the next price, we should have seen an emoji, but we're not seeing it. Let's just keep track of, or let's log what our direction is here. Price is what we want, right? Yeah, oh, yeah, and that's a number. Let's see. Quick stretch. Okay, so it's changing. Oh, I know why. I know why. So this is one of the gotchas of using effects. So this effect, technically has a dependency on the stonk. Because we want to see the value here, but because I said this has no dependencies, this does not have the latest value. So, because of the way hooks work, we have to make this a little more complicated. I'm going to create a separate hook that listens for when the stonk changes. And now we actually are going to have to keep track of the previous and the current. Previous stonk, current stonk. So, if previous stonk and current stonk are a thing, the next direction is if the current stonk is less than the previous stonk. And hey, Visual Studio, welcome. Thank you for that huge raid. Welcome, raiders. We are currently building a stonk ticker. We're in React. We just realized that our use effect is not doing the thing we wanted to do, so we've created a new use effect. But welcome. You're working on blasting into 2021, making fireworks. Oh, nice. Very nice. Welcome, Raiders. You've arrived at the coding garden. We write a lot of JavaScript here. I always say that we're gonna do other things, but we never really do. Right, JavaScript. So I'll show you what I'm working on in just a second. I got to fix these errors. So we need more state variables. We need the previous stonk, and we can do set previous stonk, and then we need current stonk, and then set current stonk. Okay, so we have two state variables. Now we can say set current stonk to be the next one, and then set previous stonk to be the current one, whatever that was. So that should keep track of the current and the previous. Now this logic probably should work, and then over here we need to show the current stonk info. Oh, C# Fritz was doing stuff. Awesome. Well, welcome, Raiders. Mods, are there any mods here? I feel like we didn't have many mods today. Oh, there are mods here. Can we get a shout out for C# Fritz if we haven't yet? Oh, there he is. Hey, how's it going? Learning Blazor, very nice. I might actually start doing some Blazor at work pretty soon. Maybe not, though. All right. Stonks went up and nothing happened. I'm suspicious. I'm gonna kill this build process. Oh, did I miss the dependencies? Oh, and then now this one is dependent on. So the reason I don't want to add current stonk as a dependency here is because every time that dependency changes, it would reopen the WebSocket connection. You know what? We're just gonna set a global variable, I think, right? Right. Well, okay, but for those of you that just joined us, you can see that it's kind of working. We're showing. Oh, you're right. Yeah, yes, that's exactly what I need. I need a callback function. Okay, that's what I'll do. But you can see it's working. We currently have the real-time price of GME, but what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to show an emoji on whether it went up or down. So let's see what's gonna happen. There it is. So it went down. So we should see a poop emoji. Went back up. But yeah, thank you for that tip. Technically, you can pass a callback function. Wait. Does it give us access to state? I see what you did there. Ah, okay. So get the current one. And then we will set previous with the current, which uses the current value, and then we set it to be the next value. All right, I think this should work. Thank you, Evolve Your Mind, for that tip. All right, if it goes up or down, we should see an emoji now. Yay, going up! Stocks go up! Okay, I've only got like 15 or minutes so left to stream, so now we'll add some CSS animations. We need to make this thing move. Okay. How do we do that? We can do a CSS transform, like a CSS animation that transforms the left from 100% to -10%. I think. I need to look up the syntax for a CSS animation, and I think I can do it. How do CSS animations work? Like this. Okay, so we're gonna create an animation called scroll. And this is going to go the left, so it's gonna be an absolutely positioned element. So the left of the element is gonna go from 120%. So it's gonna be really this way. It's gonna be off to the screen this way. And then it's gonna go to -20%. Not to, so left -20%. So I think something like this should work. So this animation goes from off the screen this way to off the screen that way. And then we can just apply this animation to the stonk. We also need to absolutely position it. So the container will have a position of relative. The stonk will have a position of absolute. And actually, this is going to throw off our centering, but that's okay. Absolute positioning, and then the left. Well, no. Yeah, we'll start the left off as 120%. So that way it starts off the screen, but then we can say animation, scroll. Let's do it across over 5 seconds. Infinite. Let's see. We need to change our easing function, because right now it's like easing. We want it to be a constant easing. Linear is what we want. Thank you. Linear. So, yeah, and we need to just adjust the percentages here, because you can see it disappears right there. We want it to go off the screen even more. So we'll go like negative 50, I guess? No. Actually, I think once we decrease the font size, so if we go to like, no, not that. Yeah, so if we do this, even 20%, yeah, it does rely on the font width though. Does anyone know a better way to do this so that it doesn't, it'll be the width of the element? Do I want 100%? Because it's the width of the parent element. It's going down, but it keeps showing the rocket. Let's see. $106. Oh wait, is it going up? Is it happening? 106.11, 106.25, 26. Oh, transform, translate. Okay. 105.82. You're right. It has gone down, but it's still showing a rocket. We need to fix that. Let's check out what Alka has done. Translate X 100%. Oh. That's really easy. Because I guess it's based on the element itself? Okay. Yeah. Why not? Let's do that. 100%. Negative 100%. And like, technically, yeah, should this work? It works. Awesome. Thank you, Alka. Let's disable this animation for now so that I can get the up or down working. Oh, it's I gotta get rid of that too. Okay, so it's going up, it's going down. Okay, so it's going down and we're not getting the right value. So let's see how we're doing this. So I mean, technically, I could do this logic in this little callback here. And then we don't need to keep track of the previous. I think this is what we want to do. Let's just rename this to stonk and set stonk. Okay, so if the stonk price, if the new price is less than the previous price, which is currently the current. If the new price, no, if the old price, wait, where's stock coming from? It doesn't exist. We need next and current. So if the current price is less than the next price, goes up. But if the current price is greater than the next price, it goes down. Okay. Then we set the direction. Let's see what that direction is turning out to be. So down, up, 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 down, down, up. Okay, it's working now. Yeah, we had an issue with our use effect not having the latest value, so that's great. All right, I think we're done, right? This is it. This is this is our stonk ticker. Yeah, we'll slow it down because right now it's a little bit too fast. So let's double it, 10 seconds. What if the text color changed too? Yeah, we could do that. Let's add a little a class for up. Color is green, and then a class for down. The color is red. And then we can just apply that class based on the direction right here. Direction. And so if there's no direction, there's no class. Right? Oh, syntax error. Typo. Maybe? Did I misspell class name too? All right, here we go. It's not working. Remove a colon. Okay, class name equals direction. CSS, color green, color red. Oh, it's working. It's working. I'm a professional programmer. It's working now. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, we have like 10 minutes left. I think what I want to allow you to do is in the URL, you can specify, what do we call this? Tickers? How does their API do it? Subscribe. Let's call it subscribe. So we'll say subscribe equals GME. And that way you could pass in potentially multiple of them, like GME and AMC, like that. And then when the page loads, we pull that out of the URL, and those are the ones that we show. Right? This should work. Okay, so we need to pull in the URL params. Shortcodes? Symbols. Let's call it symbols. So I'll just say params is a new URL search params with window.location.search. And so this should parse them for us. And we're just going to say params dot get symbols. Yeah, so URL search params is built into the browser, and it's going to automatically parse that query string for us. So that way I can do params.get and then like reach in and grab one of the parameters. So that, if it doesn't exist, then we'll just default to GME. And then we'll split that whole thing on commas, so we have a comma separated array. The only issue now is we need to handle now we need to handle it. We're only gonna let you do one for now. We're only gonna let you do one. Because we would need to handle multiple tickers and then multiple updates. Yeah, and then let's two uppercase it just in case they don't. So you can only do one. You can only do one right now, but we're gonna do AMC. Did it break? It might have broken. Let's look at the console. Did I add a semicolon? Oh yeah, oh no, I added a comma. First try. I'm calling it symbols, that's why. But it should default to GME. Let's call it symbol. So we can look at the WebSocket messages. So we're saying subscribe to AM. Is AMC wrong? Because we're not getting any messages for it. Can we try GME? Has the API decided to not respond to me anymore? The Kraken API? We're not using Twitch API right now. I might be getting rate limited. What the heck? Let's go to the Yahoo Finance website and see if that one still works. Oh, you're right. It needs to be an array. You're absolutely right. That's why it's broken. That's why it's broken. Okay. Yeah. I'm not getting rate limited. I'm just not very good at coding. Okay, so GME, but if we load the page with AMC, we should now get AMC. Hey, look at that. And then we can try Apple. Maybe. We should show an error message if that symbol doesn't exist. Is that the right? Oh, AAPL. There we go. This doesn't exist. Great. Is there anything I need to add to this? I think this is enough. I just want to put it on my screen now. It went from 8.92 to 8.92. Well, it's if it stays the same, there should be no emoji. Add a message in case it doesn't exist. Tesla's $715? I don't know much about stonks. All I know is GME. Make it bounce like this? Is that what you mean? So like it's bouncing across the screen? That could actually be hilarious. I mean, we could do some really fun stuff with, like, we could make like the DVD logo, but it's GME. Yeah, exactly, like Luvo just said. Yeah, red or green for the day makes total sense. This is just like for right here, right now, in the last few trades that have happened. That just gives us an indicator that it's going down. Ambient sound that changes depending on the number. All right, I think this is enough. What I want to do now is just deploy it and then make it an overlay in my stream, and I'll show you how other people could do that as well. So let's build this. So the thing I just built is it's a React app. And to run in the web browser on like a static file server, I need to generate some static files. So that's what I'm about to do. So I'm going to take this weird React code and turn it into vanilla JavaScript, basically. And then I can put it on a static web server, and then anybody in the world can go to it. Yeah, build failed because the pre-flight check. Oh, it's good to hear the code verse. Yeah. All right. Now we have this build folder. These are just static files, so I'm going to put this on a website called Surge. This is a totally free static file, or static site deployment. Let's call this stonk ticker. Stonk tickler. Awesome. So if you go here, the site's just gonna break because you need to specify the symbol. So if you say, oh no, it defaults to DME. Never mind, GME. Never mind. Yeah. So this works, but it should work with Apple as well. Great. So you too can look at my stonk ticker. I mean, it's not mine. I'm using data from Yahoo and putting it on a page. Okay. Now I'm going to add it as a browser overlay. So that should be fun. Let's do it. We're going to add a browser source. We'll call this stonks. There's that. We want that web page. Width is 1080. No. Yeah, 1080. With like 300 height. Let's see what happens. Nice. Well, we gotta fix it. All right, stonks. Oh, 1920 should be the width. And then the height is like 100. Let's try that. It's just a black bar. Oh, is the font too small now? I think the font is too small. Because when I go like, yeah, the font is just tiny. We need to increase the font size. It says disconnected in the console. Surge and Netlify are very similar. Netlify has a lot of other extra stuff, like you can hook it up to GitHub. They have serverless functions. Okay, we just need to increase the font. We went down. We need to go back to like, I think we're at 35. Rebuild. Oh no, yeah, rebuild. Yeah, we got raided. That's why there's a ton of people. Redeploy. Stonk. Oh no, I spelled it wrong. Is clamp a CSS thing? Oh yeah, and then I could set a minimum font size. That could be good. But I have to go like right now. Stonk ticker. Stonk, yeah, we yeah, there we go. So that should be better. And now if I refresh my browser source, the font size should be a little bit better. Stonks. Hey, it's honestly way too fast. We should. So here's the thing, and here's what I'll show you. Yeah, refresh the page. Refresh the page if it didn't work because I had to adjust the font size. Let's just add some things we'll add to the site later on. So what we need, one thing we want is allow multiple symbols. Another thing is allow scroll speed customization. Yeah, adjustable speed. What else? Yeah, the font is huge. You're gonna have to make it small. If you resize your browser window to about that big, it'll be small. Well, you actually can't define the refresh rate because it's just as we get the data from the Yahoo WebSocket API. Different font, graphs. Yeah, exactly. So that's the kind of thing we want to do. A Sovac is you can specify that and be able to change it. Custom emojis, why not? Oh, that's a good idea, Mark. I'll add that. That's a good point. It's Panat. We'll just add a add loading indicator. Oh, you could do right to left instead of specify direction. Sure, yeah. I like that. Flash on big jump in price, and then you can specify jump size, I guess. Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good idea, Ricky. Is well, I mean, for people that are on the web page, putting the price in the tab, the title. It doesn't matter for an overlay like this. Yeah, it currently is red on down, green on up. I'm going to increase the time it takes to about double. And I mean, we could just settle on a good font size. It won't be adjustable. I don't know. The natural color for no change. Well, if it stays the same, it just stays the same. Like it doesn't change colors. That was a horrible explanation. All right. I'm gonna build it one more time, and then I gotta go. We're gonna do a raid. Thank you all for hanging out. This was super fun. I'm glad that we got the thing working. And now we know all about all the stonks. Okay, and so this should be a little bit slower. Did I break it? Did I break it? I didn't mean to break it at the last second. I can't just break it. I've broken it. If it stays the same, it stays the same. Come on! What did I do wrong? I think we might be getting rate limited at this point. Oh well. It was fun while it lasted. The thing is, because the page was refreshing so many times, it had to like reconnect to the what do you call it? To the WebSocket so frequently. Yeah, because even on the Yahoo Finance page, it's not doing it. I think that actually could be an improvement, is on page load, we get the static data, because that might come in faster than the socket updates. But, oh well. Oh well. I will put it on GitHub in about like 30 minutes or so, but I do have to go. You all are great. I appreciate you spending your Monday morning or evening with me. We're going to do a raid. Where are we gonna go? I don't know, but I'm gonna send you somewhere fun. Wherever we go, show them lots of love. Drop a follow if you like what they're doing. Use this raid message if you're a sub. Use this raid message if you are not a sub. This one. This one here. And wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And until next time, here's this.